So Mercedes, in terms of electric cars, hasn't really done that well. We have the OK EQA and EQB, but the EQC didn't sell well, and neither is the EQE and EQS. This is because of their odd shape, and that's the same to this day. Well, Mercedes has decided to ditch the EQ branding and go back to the drawing board. We first had seen this on the new G-Class with EQ technology, and now we are seeing it with this car. This is the new Mercedes CLA, and this showcases the future of Mercedes. Let's have a look and see what it is like. Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Cars and More. This is the #1 place to be for car news and reviews. Sit back, buckle up, let's go. So, starting with the design of the new Mercedes CLA, and I have to congratulate Mercedes as they are onto a winner with this design. To start with, it feels like Mercedes design. We have these sporty looking headlights that are connected with a light bar and have this Mercedes star pattern in them. It feels more premium than the C-Class in fact. The grille is a proper Mercedes grille and can light up at night too with these 142 Mercedes stars on them. Even the petrol version gets a light up grille. The bumper design has a sporty AMG look to it, and it looks more expensive than the C63 AMG, which I do really like. The central air vent is also a decent size too. Moving round to the side, and we can see the inspiration from the Mercedes EQS and even the EQXX concept. It has this swoopy aerodynamic design that makes it more aerodynamic than the EQE. This also will help with the battery range too, but it also gives a more beautiful and classy design compared to the 2 Series Grand Coupe, which it rivals, for example. To help with aerodynamics, we get some smaller door mirrors and some aerodynamically designed wheels. There are not as many creases with the usual less is more approach. And what I also like is that Mercedes isn't giving up on chrome like other brands. It just makes this car feel more premium, which again I do really like. Moving round to the back, and the Mercedes design continues. To start with, it looks very similar to the old CLA. We get these sporty looking taillights which are connected with a light bar. These taillights also again have the Mercedes star logos in them. Mercedes has gone back to the old lettering style too, which I do quite like. The bumper is also minimalistic but still premium looking, and again still has a lot of chrome on it. Right, let's have a look and see what battery and motor options you can have, as well as what engine and gearbox options you can have with the new Mercedes CLA. So at the moment, the Mercedes CLA is only available with one electric option. This is the CLA 250 Plus, and this uses a 85 kWh battery pack and a single rear mounted motor, giving this car rear wheel drive. This has a 270 brake horsepower motor with it, and it gives this car a 6.7 second 0 to 62 time, which isn't too bad. Electric range is also very good at 470 miles, and is actually almost as good as the expensive EQS. There are also some models in the CLA range that can boost this up to 492 miles though. The CLA with EQ technology starts at £45,615, which isn't too bad considering what you are getting. There will also be a cheaper 250 model as well as a dual motor 350 model, but that will be coming later in the year. What will also be coming later in the year is the petrol version. This uses an all-new 1.5 litre mild hybrid engine with either 134, 163 or 190 brake horsepower, depending on what model you use. This one will also be available with front-wheel drive or four-wheel drive too. Right, let's have a look and see what the interior is like. So, climbing inside the new Mercedes CLA, and this is where I get slightly disappointed with the interior. Now, it is a really lovely interior, and we also get a lot of premium materials inside that you wouldn't actually expect on this type of car. To start with, we get a lot of ambient lighting and clear instruments that make you think you're in a more expensive car. The infotainment system is running MB.OS with the MBUX operating system over the top of it. It works very well and is very easy to use, and even has a web browser, YouTube, Disney Plus, and as well as a few other apps which make it very good for when you are charging the car. The centre console is minimalistic but houses a few shortcut buttons, and there is a lot of storage in it too. The steering wheel is the same as before, but the touch sensitive buttons has changed slightly so they are easy to use, and we have even been told they will be changing again to house some physical switches. The seats are also new and have this cool design to them. The door cards also looks futuristic, but I can't get past the Volkswagen style window switches. Now, Mercedes say it is to make the grab handle bigger, but personally I think it's just cost cutting. Right, so what don't I like about the interior then? Well, to be honest, it's the design of it. Now, Mercedes cars always used to have a unique interior design, and when the concept CLA was shown, it had this cool interior with a panel that stretched to the width of the car, a bit like what the EQXX concept had. Now, if this had that interior, then it would have been perfect, but the screens are bigger, and it just feels like it has been stuck on without a design on it at all. It is a shame really, as I would have liked to seen it properly integrated, a bit like what the old CLA had, just stretched out longer. What is slightly annoying though is the passenger screen. Now, it is a good screen like the other ones, but it is an option, and if you don't spec it you will get a blank panel like what the Audi does on their A5. But the difference is it will light up with ambient lights. It is still annoying though, and it makes you want to spec the extra screen even though you may not need it. It will also be off if there isn't a passenger detected in the seat too. Anyway, with that rant over, let's have a look and see what the rear seats are like. So, getting into the rear seats, and the first thing you notice is this big electrochromatic glass roof, which is one of the biggest ever fitted to a Mercedes. It is very clever and I do really like it, especially with the light up Mercedes stars in it, just so you know what car you're in. I do wish it could open though, that's the only disadvantage. Now, legroom is okay, but headroom isn't the best because of the sloping roof. Also, the seats do sit quite low down because the battery raises the floor up, so you do sort of sit in a squatted position, which isn't the best. Materials are still good though in the back, and everything does still feel very premium. Right, let's have a look and see what the boot is like. Opening the boot to the new Mercedes CLA, and you are welcomed with a 405 litre boot size, which isn't the biggest in its class considering the Tesla Model 3 and BMW 2 Series Gran Coupe are bigger, but it is still very usable. The seats also fold down 40-20-40, which is also helpful. You do also get a front boot for your cables, which is 101 litres in size, which is almost unheard of in these modern electric cars. There will also be a shooting brake version coming soon too, which adds even more space and in my opinion looks slightly better. So in summary then, what do I think of the new Mercedes CLA? Well, considering Mercedes has had a bad start with electric cars, this really steps up the mark. The electric car market gets tighter and tighter through every year, and at the moment this is probably one of the best electric cars you can buy for the money. Even the petrol one is great, and this should be on the list for your next car, but the electric Mercedes CLA gets rid of that range anxiety that everyone has with them. It is a shame though that the interior isn't the best it can be, but I will look past that as it isn't too distracting like other interiors that I know of. If this is what the new Mercedes cars are going to be like, then I am all here for it. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.